Technical Controller Muhammad Akash from Yemen. President of the jury, Nader Salah from Bahrain. Jury number 1, Aslam Arzubi from Jordan. Jury number 2, Martin Chapla from Slovakia. Jury number 3, Hisaki Yoshida from Japan. And jury number 4, Ahmed Almaty from the United Arab Emirates. Technical delegate John Amos from Great Britain. Attention athletes and coaches of the Group B, you have 5 minutes to make any changes on the first attempt.
La vida es de decisiones.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to resume the live broadcasting from the building of Balwan Shalak Gymnasium in the city of Almaty, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. And we are about to see Open Men's up to 80 kilograms weight category competitions, as well as ASCH Open Men's up to 80 kilogram weight category competitions as well. Please be advised that the center referee for this particular competition is Mr. Glenn Hibbert from Great Britain, and side referees El Sherbeni Mahmoud Ahmad from Egypt and Patricia Parker from Great Britain. And the bar is loaded to 103 kilograms for the first attempt of the first athlete, Doston Abdusattarov. He's going to go for 103 kilograms. He's making his ways on stage and proceeding to the bench. I think it's convenient to remind that the world record in this particular category was established by Gu Xiaofei. That's 236 kilograms. It was established in Dubai in 2014, and that also makes the Asian record too. Doston is now positioned on the bench. Time for regular preparatory operations. Adjustment of the grip. There he goes. Almost parallel to the surface of the floor with a slight lift towards the right arm, but the same seamless movement in the upper direction. Good lift. Doston's just made 103 kilograms. And the bar is being reloaded to 140 kilograms. For the Kazakh participant, Yerkebulan Kadyrov, that's going to be his first attempt. Yerkebulan is 26 years old and comes from the city of Kapchagai, which is not far from the city of Almaty, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. Also, please be advised that you can always follow the progress of this competition on Twitter and Facebook, where we have set up specifically designated pages going under tag name IPC Powerlifting. And now Yerkebulan is making his rise on stage. A big hand of applause from the audience. The 26-year-old athlete is proceeding towards the bench. His Paralympic powerlifting resume is not that substantial and significant compared to Gu Xiaofei, for example. Accentuated shout, a grand message to the world. I'm concentrating myself. Immediate grip. And there he goes, nice and smooth, parallel to the surface of the floor. With an abrupt push, a slight push when he was moving it in the upper direction. But still it is a good lift. That was preceded with a wonderful accentuated shout. And he leaves the floor, which is being delegated for the first attempt to be performed by Nobuhiro Saito, Team Japan. He's going to engage 144 kilograms in his first attempt. Mr. Saito was announced best Paralympic powerlifter at the 2013 Japanese Paralympic Powerlifting Championship. He is 48 years old. He is proceeding to the bench with a very decided expression on his face. They are about to fasten safety belts to fix the lower part of his body against the surface of the bench while he's doing his meditation. A mature athlete he is. Best Paralympic powerlifter of Japan 2013. Participant of the World Championship 14, where he lifted 135 kilos, ranking 25th. Well, he's done with all visual inspections. He is adjusting his grip and positioning the neck against the bar. Nice and smooth movement in the upper direction. And almost likewise impeccable manner while he was lifting it up. No lift, however, because of that abrupt push. And Mr. Saito is leaving the stage to give the floor for the next participant from United Arab Emirates, Adel Shanbih. Adel Shanbih is going to engage 150 kilograms, and they're reloading the bar for him now. He's 25 years old. He is also a participant of the World Championship of 2014 with no result, and he's making his ways on stage in a red uniform together with the national banner of United Arab Emirates, proceeding to the bench. For those who have just joined us, please be reminded that we're commentating on open men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. A little time for concentration and the first physical contact with the surface of the bar, which is probably in life of any sportsman the most important moment, to become a single bill with the rack and the bar itself. He's adjusting his grip. Another important element of the preparatory phase, as well as the fastening of the belt. Accentuated shout. This is casual for everyone. Pretty questionable, but good lift. It's because he was making that abrupt movement when he was lifting it up. And the bar is being reloaded to 166 kilograms for the athlete from India, Varinder Singh. 166 kilogram. First attempt, Indian athlete Varinder Singh. He is 31 years old. And you can always find the information about participants as well as visual and graphical attachments at specifically designated pages on Twitter and Facebook that go under the tag name IPC Powerlifting. Mr. Singh is making his ways on the stage where he will engage 166 kilograms. In his first attempt, each athlete is given 2 minutes for each individual run. In the first minute, as a rule, they perform all pre-lift preparatory activities such as fastening the safety belt, adjusting the grip and positioning the neck and the head straight opposite the axis of the bar. Moral concentration, that's casual for every athlete. Smooth. Some of those athletes shout, others clap their hands, and it's a good lift. He's just made 166 kilos in his first attempt. Please be reminded that the world and the Asian record constitutes 236 kilograms, as was lifted by Gu Xiaofei from China in Dubai in April 2014, and the bar is being reloaded to 170 kilograms for the first attempt to be performed by the athlete from Korea, Yoon Hoon Moon. Yoon Hoon Moon is going to engage 170 kilograms. He's making his ways on stage, producing an accentuated shout as if greeting a hypothetical enemy or an opponent. Beautiful fire flames he has on his uniform, adding up the heat to the abnormal one we're having in the city of Almaty now. Yoon Hoon Moon is 35 years old, and one of his recent achievements is the ascent to the Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. He has a new conquest ahead of him, which is 170 kilograms in his first attempt in open men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. His first minute out of the total 2 is over. A little time for meditation, adjustment of the waist belt, adjustment of the positioning of neck and head against the axis of the bar. He's got his grip, and there he asking for some assistance from spotter loaders to make the bar more convenient for more comfortable grip, which is an imperative factor of potential success for a Paralympic powerlifter. His coach is outside zone. 3 seconds left until the end. No. No lift. Ay, ay, ay. He kind of over-constrained himself, so to say. And the bar is being reloaded to 115 kilograms for the second attempt to be performed by the Uzbek athlete, Doston Abdusattarov. They're reloading the bar. Each athlete is given 2 minutes for each individual lift, individual attempt. In the first minute, as a rule, they do all the pre-lift preparatory activities. The bar is loaded, and Doston is making his ways on stage. His red and white uniform with the national banner of the Republic of Kazakhstan on the right side of his chest, and we can see the fans waving the national banner of his republic. He is now positioned on the bench for all due procedures. Please be reminded that the world and Asian records in this particular weight category were established by Gu Xiaofei from People's Republic of China in April 2014 in Dubai. Junior world record is held by Avom Boube Julien from France. It was done in Dubai as well in April 2014. Meanwhile, a nice and seamless movement performed by Doston. Good lift. He's just made 115 kilograms in his second attempt. And the junior Asian record is held by a Kazakhstan athlete, Bolinger Yegor, as established in Kuala Lumpur in November 2013. The bar is being reloaded to 145 kilograms for the second attempt to be performed by the Kazakh athlete Yerkebulan Kadyrov, 26-year-old, born in the city of Kapchagay, which is about less than 150 kilometers north from the city of Almaty, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships, and we're watching Open Men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. You can follow us on YouTube, where we offer the live stream, likewise specifically designated pages on Twitter and Facebook going under the tag name IPC Powerlifting. Yerkebulan is making his ways on stage, attaching his right arm to heart, which means a cordial welcome to the audience, to the side referees and the center referee. And we hear a very active whistling from behind my back, which is another Kazakh way of greeting a sportsman. Accentuated shout, adjustment of the grip. This athlete is very decisive. It doesn't take him a lot to concentrate, and there he goes, nice and smooth. His right elbow is shimmering to a certain extent, but the upper movement was seamless, and it is a good lift for the Kazakh athlete's second attempt. 145 kilograms. Yerkebulan Kadyrov is now leaving the stage, and the bar is being reloaded to 150 kilograms from Mr. Nobuhiro Saito, Team Japan. For those who have just joined us, please be advised that Mr. Saito was announced Best Paralympic Powerlifter 2014 in Japan, and he is a participant of the World Championship 2014, where he ranked 25th and lifted 135. This time he is going for 150. This is his second attempt. He is on stage, and he is about to position himself on the bench for all due preparatory procedures, such as the fastening of the safety belt on the lower part of his body, adjustment of his wrist belt, a little time for concentration with the eyes closed. So, like we said earlier today, athletes have their own individual ways for concentration. Some of them clap their hands, others do push-ups, others produce accentuated shouts. Nice and smooth movement with a slight slope towards the right arm. And it is a good lift. After the failed first one, so Japan's Best Paralympic Powerlifter 2013 is now leaving the stage in the city of Almaty, the venue for Asian Open IPC Powerlifting Championships 2015, and the bar is being reloaded to 156 kilograms for the second attempt of the athlete from United Arab Emirates, Adel Shanbih.
The bar is loaded to 156 kilograms for the second attempt from the United Arab Emirates.
I can see the 25-year-old Adel in the backstage. He's proceeding. He's proceeding on stage and making his ways towards the bench. Going past Patricia Parker, the side referee from Great Britain. He also took part in the World Championship of 2014. A little time for concentration, positioning on the bench. He's going to lift 156 kilograms in his second attempt. Each athlete is given 2 minutes for the fulfillment of an attempt, and his first minute out of the total 2 is coming up to the end. Okay, he's adjusting his grip, positioning his eyes are positioned straight opposite the axis of the bar, as I can see on my display, and there he goes. Nice and slow in the down direction. An accentuated shout to overcome that slight slope of his right arm, and it is a good lift. He's just lifted 156 kilograms. And the bar is being reloaded to 170 kilograms for the second attempt of the Korean athlete, Yoon Hoon Moon.
The bar is loaded to 170 kilograms for the second attempt from Korea, Yoon Hoon Moon.
And Yoon Hoon Moon is making his ways on the stage in his beautiful uniform, decorated with the flames of fire. His first attempt was no lift, and he is going for 170 kilos again. Recently he conquered Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. Quite an outstanding achievement. A wonderful ascent. Time for concentration and positioning of the body on the bench. He's going to engage 170 kilograms in his second attempt. His first minute out of the total 2 is almost depleting. 5 seconds left, and then the beginning of the second and the last minute for the attempt. He's got his grip, positioning eyes against the axis of the bar, fixing it with an accentuated shout. 47 seconds left until the end of the attempt. Still concentrating, still adjusting his grip. He is taking his time, and there he goes. Nice and slow movement in the down direction, and likewise in the upper with a slight slope towards his left arm. No lift. Second consecutive failure for Yoon Hoon Moon, Team Korea. And the bar is being reloaded to 171 kilograms for the second attempt by the India athlete, Mr. Singh Varinder, 31 years old.
The bar is loaded to 171 kilograms for the second
171 kilograms for Singh Varinder from India. He is making his way on stage. Approaching the bench for all due preparatory visual checks and fastening of the safety belt on the lower part of his body. He is adjusting his grip, doing push-ups for concentration and warm-up, and there he goes. The bar is kept almost parallel to the surface of the floor. Slight resistance he had to overcome when he was lifting it up. That's probably why he made that abrupt push and no lift. And the bar is being reloaded to 127 kilograms for the third attempt to be performed by Doston Abdusattar of Team Uzbekistan. please be reminded we're broadcasting from building of Balwan Shulak Gymnasium in Almaty. 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. And one of its participants, Doston Abdusattarov, is making his rise on stage to engage 127 kilos in his third attempt during Open Men's up to 80 kilos category. About to position himself on bench. A little concentration and a very emotional shootout. He is now positioned and a little bit of shoulder warm-up. Adjustment of the wrists and grip. Head is positioned straight opposite the axis of the bar. The classic and position to be taken by a Paralympic powerlifter, and there he goes. The bar is kept parallel to the floor. Accentuated shout, but the same seamless and smooth movement, which makes this good lift. He's saluting the audience, obviously satisfied about his own performance, and leaves the stage. The spotter loaders are reloading the bar up to 151 kilos. That's going to be the third attempt to be taken by the Kazakh athlete, Yerkebulan Kadyrov. And you can always find the information with the profiles of the athletes and the progress of the competitions on Twitter and Facebook, where we have set up specifically designated pages going under the name IPC Powerlifting. Yerkebulan is making his ways on stage and proceeding to the bench, accompanied by his coach. His coach also took a course in refereeing and coaching from our technical delegate, Mr. John Amos. Active breathing, active noisy breathing in the concentration part to the left. Nice and slow movement downwards. His legs are shimmering a little bit, and he needed to make that push to lift it up. But it is a good lift. 151 kilos just made by Yerkebulan Kadyrov in his third attempt. This athlete is very decisive. He doesn't take a lot of time to meditate, check up, and all that stuff. And the bar is being reloaded to 154 kilograms for Nobuhiro Saito, the best Paralympic powerlifter of Japan in 2013, participant of World Championship 2014, where he ranked 25th, lifting 135 kilograms. This athlete is rather mature. He is 48 years of age. He is positioning himself on the bench to engage 154 kilograms in his third attempt. Very carefully and considerately he is approaching his fingers one by one to the surface of the bar, like a ritual. And there he goes. Nice and slow in the down direction, and no left. No left. And Saito, Mr. Saito is leaving the stage. And the bar is being reloaded up to 160 kilograms for the third attempt to be performed by the athlete from UAE, Adel Shanbih, 25 years old and participant of the World Championship 2014. For those who have just joined us, please be reminded that we're performing live broadcasting from 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships held in the building of Balawan Shelak Gymnasium in the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan. Adel Shanbehi is now making his way on stage to engage 160 kilograms in his third attempt. Open men's up to 80 kilograms weight category. Positioning himself on the bench. A little time for meditation or a prayer. Oh, he's roaring, and the audience is roaring back in support. He's adjusting the grip. He's keeping his arms relaxed on the surface of the bar. That's his way to establish the first physical contact and become one single being with the bar, with the rack and the field itself. 1 minute left until the end of his attempt. He is still adjusting his grip. He's going for 160 in his third attempt. Someone's shouting with impatience, and there he goes with an accentuated shout. Another accentuated shout as he was lifting it up, but he needed assistance from spotter loaders. And it is no lift. He's leaving the stage and the bar is being reloaded to 171 kilograms for the third attempt to be performed by Varinder Singh, Team India. The 31-year-old athlete is warming his up in the backstage. Now the bar is successfully loaded to 171 kilograms. And Mr. Singh is making his way on stage. And proceeding to the bench where he is supposed to take all preparatory procedures. His coach gave him an encouraging slap on his back. Now he is fastening the safety belt on the lower part of his body, while Mr. Singh is adjusting his grip with a very concentrated expression on his face. He's doing the push-ups, and there he goes. Accentuated shout, a slight push as he is lifting the bar up. A good lift. He's just made 171 kilos in his third attempt, and he is leaving the stage, which is to be delegated to the Korean athlete's third attempt. Mr. Young Hoon Moon will engage 172 kilograms. Please be reminded that each athlete is given 2 minutes for each individual attempt. And the Korean athlete is making his way on stage in his flaming uniform, nodding his head to the referees and positioning himself on the bench, where he will engage 172 kilograms in his third attempt. Today, at open men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. And you can also find more information about athletes as well as the progress of this championship from Twitter and Facebook, where we have set up specifically designated pages going under the name IPC Powerlifting. Okay, a little time for concentration and adjustment of the grip, bringing the whole upper part of the body to the classical position of a Paralympic power lifter, according to which the head and the neck are to be positioned straight opposite the axis of the bar, and the bar is supposed to move idealistically parallel to the surface of the floor, if at all possible. Almost 30 seconds left until the end of his attempt, of his third attempt, but he is still concentrating. Is it his habitual manner of competing? And there he goes with a slight slope towards the left arm, accentuated shout, and help from spotter loaders, because that pause was way too long, and this is his third consecutive no lift. Young Hoon Moon is leaving the stage. And the bar is being reloaded to 165 kilograms. For the first attempt to be performed by a Kazakhstan athlete, Mr. Hamrulayev, Nodarjan. And ladies and gentlemen, we have seamlessly switched over to the ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. And this is the first participant, Nodarjan Hamrulayev, Team Kazakhstan, 44 years old, international class master of sports according to the domestic Kazakhstan sports classification. He is going to engage 165 kilos in his first attempt. Each athlete is given 2 minutes exactly for each individual run. He is positioning himself on the bench while coach is assisting with the fastening the seat belt to fix Nadarjan against the surface of the bench. His eyes are now idealistically straight opposite the axis of the bar. 1 minute left until the end of his attempt. First attempt, 165 kilograms. There he goes, nice and slow, almost parallel to the surface of the floor, with a slight push-up when he was lifting up the bar. 165 kilograms. Nadarjan's first attempt, a good lift. And the bar is being reloaded to 173 kilograms for the powerlifter, Paralympic powerlifter from Japan, Hajime Ujiro. Please be also advised that in this particular weight category, the world and the Asian record are being currently held by Gu Xiaofei from China. That's from Dubai 2014 competitions. And we're anticipating Mr. Hajime Ujiro, Japan, participant of Paralympics of 2004 and 2012, as well as World Championships of 2006 and 2014, at which particular championship he ranked 7th, lifting 182 kilograms. The 42-year-old Japanese athlete is positioning himself on the bench for routine visual inspections and checkups. Likewise, the fastening of the safety belt. And today he is wearing a blue uniform, which is almost identical to the color of the national banner of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Okay, he's wearing his wrist belt and his coach is adjusting the safety belt on the lower part of his body. The first minute out of the total 2 is over. A good time for the adjustment of the grip and positioning of the eyes straight opposite the axis of the bar. A classical position of a Paralympic powerlifter. Mr. Hajime Ujiro is going to engage 173 kilograms. He actually has 30 seconds left until the end of his attempt, and there he goes with a slight slope towards his right arm. Hajime Ujiro makes it a good lift. A successful attempt. And Mr. Hajime Ujiro is leaving the stage. And the bar is being reloaded to 173 kilograms for the athlete from the Russian Federation, Mr. Belov Alexander.
The bar is loaded to 173 kilograms for the first attempt from Russia, Alexander Belov.
Alexander Belov is going to engage 173 kilograms. He's making his way on stage, accompanied with the authentic Russian gangster movie soundtrack that was pretty much popular in the CIS in early 2000. The music from the gangster movie is supposed to add strength to the Russian athlete who is going to engage 173 kilos in his first attempt in ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms weight category. Okay, he's being fixed against the surface of the bench, initiating contact with the surface of the bar, the primary one. He has adjusted his grip and nodded his head, indicating readiness. It didn't take him a lot of time, and there he goes, almost parallel to the surface of the floor, with a slightly slight slope towards his left arm. No lift for the Russian athlete. And the bar is being reloaded to 180 kilograms for the next athlete, Team Greece. Christopher Moisiadis. He's going to engage 180 kilograms in his first attempt at ASCH Men's Open.
The bar is loaded to 180 kilograms for the first attempt from
Gremislav Moisiadis, 36 years old, 3 times participant of Paralympic Games in 2004, 8 and 12. And World Championships of 2002, 2016 and 14. He is now positioning himself on the bench for routine pre-lift checks and adjustment of the grip. In 2012, he ranked 5th at the Paralympic Games, where he lifted 188 kilograms. He ranked 5th at the World Championship of 2006, where he lifted 172. And he also ranked 6th at the World Championship of 2014, where he lifted 185 kilograms. This time he's going for 180. His first minute out of the total 2 is over. Finally, he's got his grip. And there he goes, nice and seamless. And likewise in the upper direction, with a very emotional, accentuated shout, which shout found a continuation in the phrase produced by the speaker announcer that it was a good lift. And the bar is being loaded to 223 kilograms for the first attempt to be performed by the present holder of world and Asian record, Team China, Mr. Gu Haofei, who lifted 236 kilograms in Dubai in April 2014, thus making the said world and Asian records. 223 for the world and Asian record setter, Mr. Gu Xiaofei, who's making his ways on stage. He's positioning himself on the bench. Please be reminded that each athlete has exactly 2 minutes for each individual attempt. Mr. Gu Xiaofei is now well positioned. Spotter loader wanted to help him probably, but he made that gesture saying no. And there he goes, adjusting his grip. Slight slope towards the right arm, accentuated shout as he is lifting it up. Good lift. Gu Xiaofei's first attempt, 223 kilos, is a good lift. And the bar is being reloaded to 125 kilograms for the first attempt to be performed by an athlete from Iran, Farzin Majid. Farzin Majid, Iran, 31 years old, also not an amateur and a newcomer to the world of Paralympic powerlifting. He took part in Paralympic Games in 2008 and 2012. In 2012, he ranked first at the Paralympic Games, lifting 237 kilograms. He is a participant of the World Championships 06 and 10. In 2010, he ranked first, lifting 217.5 kilograms. Majid Farzin, Iran, is about to engage 225 kilograms in his first attempt, ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms category competition. He has approached the bench for routine checkups and inspections, as well as the fastening of safety belt on the lower part of his body, something that some athletes prefer to do on their own. Others delegate that to the hands of spotter loaders. Farzin Majid is actually the one who prefers to do it by himself. He is also adjusting his wrist belt. A little warm-up, a little time for the concentration before the lift. His first minute out of the total 2 is over. What an accentuated shout. Supposed to bring him to the condition of an ancient berserker warrior. Combat insanity. The bar moves almost parallel to the surface of the floor. 225 kilograms, and it is a good lift. And I hear the greeting shouts from his fellow berserkers from behind my back. And he is leaving the stage. And the bar is being loaded to 171 kilograms for the second attempt, to be performed by Nodarjan Hamrullayev, Team Kazakhstan. One conclusion I've made from this championship is that the organizing committee is specifically fond of Red Hot Chili Peppers of the USA and AC/DC of Australia. second attempt to be taken by Nodarjan Hamrulayev, Republic of Kazakhstan. He's going to go to 171 kilos. Be reminded that world record and Asian records were set by Gu Xiaofei in Dubai last year when he lifted 236 kilos. Kazakh ethno group soundtrack to cheer up the Kazakh part of the audience as well as the athlete himself. He is now positioning himself on the bench to engage 171 kilos in his second attempt. Nodarjan is 44 years old and he is the master of sports of the international class according to the domestic sports classification. Each athlete is given 2 minutes exactly for each individual attempt. Nodarjan's first minute is almost depleting. A good time to adjust his grip and the positioning of his neck and head against the axis of the bar. The side referee. Okay. The bar is slightly sloping towards the right arm. And the greeting shouts from the audience indicating the good lift. And I didn't finish my sentence. I just wanted to say that the side referee doesn't allow me to see whether he fastened his safety belt. That was supposed to fix the lower part of his body against the bench. It took me almost the same time to complete this phrase as did Nodarjan to finish his lift. And he is leaving the stage. And the bar is being reloaded to 173 kilograms for Alexander Belov's Team Russia second attempt.
The bar is loaded to 173 kilograms for the second attempt from Russia, Alexander Belov.
And please be reminded that you can find fresh updates about this championship from Twitter and Facebook, where we have set up a specifically designated page. Page is going under the name IPC Powerlifting, as well as we produce the live stream on YouTube. Alexander Belov is making his rise on stage, accompanied with the Russian rock band music to cheer him up. Approaching the bench. A little time for concentration. Gathering of inner strength. Doing the traditional Russian Orthodox prayer. Okay. Another Russian berserker on the bench. Adjusting his grip. He is going for 173 kilograms in his second attempt. His first minute out of the total 2 is over. And there he goes, nice and smooth in the down direction, and likewise in the upper one. Quite a technical lift this one was. And I think Alexander agrees with that, because he's like waving his hand, showing off, I've made it, and leaves the stage. And the bar is being reloaded to 181 kilograms for Mr. Hajime Ujiro, Japan, participant of Paralympic Games in 2004 and 2012, participants of the World Championships 2006 and 2014. In 2014 World Championship, Mr. Ujiro lifted 182 kilograms, ranking 7th. So now he is going to engage 181 in his second attempt, and he is proceeding on stage. He is positioning himself on the bench for routine visual checkups and inspections from the 3 sides. For those who have just joined us or probably don't know Paralympic powerlifters, please be advised that we need 3 referees on the field to cover the 360-degree coverage of the athlete, because the center referee, Mr. Glenn Hibbert from Great Britain, obviously can't see the lower part of the body, which is visually available for the side referees. Okay, first minute out of the total 2 is over. He is now adjusting the grip and positioning his head opposite the axis of the bar, opening his mouth, probably to convey to himself that feeling of brutality through brutal expression on face. A little time for concentration, push-ups, and there he goes with 181 kilograms of pure metallic weight. Quite a smooth lift with an accentuated shout at the end, but no lift, and he is surprised. His face says, "Hey, how come?" And now he is discussing his surprise with the coach. No lift. And he is leaving the stage while the bar is being reloaded up to 187 kilograms for the second attempt to be performed by the Greek athlete, Mr. Kramislav Moisiadis. So Mr. Moisiadis is 36 years of age. He is 3 times participant of Paralympic Games in 2004, 2008 and 2012. 4 times participant of the World Championships in 2002, 16 and 14. In 2014 he lifted 185 kilos, ranking 6th. Now he is going for 187 kilos in his second attempt. Each athlete is given exactly 2 minutes for each individual run. Mr. Moisiadis is positioning himself on the bench for routine checks, for the fastening of the safety belt if necessary. And he is the one athlete who prefers to do that particular manipulate operation by himself. His head is now positioned ideally, not idealistically, likewise I said earlier, ideally opposite the axis of the bar. And he is redoing his safety belt fixing. Quite a considerate approach to the preparatory phase. And 1 minute left until the end of his attempt. He's got his grip. And there he goes. Ay, 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 ay. A lot of creating an encouragement shouts, but that doesn't help. He needs help from spotter loaders. No lift. And the Greek athlete is leaving the stage. And the bar is being reloaded to 232 kilograms for the second attempt to be performed by Majid Farzin, athlete from Iran, participant of Paralympic Games 08 and 12 in 2008. He lifted 212.5 kilograms, ranking the second. In 2012, Majid Farzin lifted 237 kilograms at the Paralympic Games, ranking the first. He is also the participant of World Championship 2006 and 2010. At the 2010 championship, he lifted 217.5 kilos and ranked first. And there he goes with an accentuated shout, positioning himself on the bench. What a support. What a unity of the team. Okay. I'm keeping this part of live broadcasting silent for you to enjoy the supporting shouts from the back, from behind my back. Supporting shouts for Mr. Majid Farzin, who is going to engage 232 kilograms in his second attempt during the ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms category competitions. 1 minute left until the end of his attempt. A little warm-up. 50 seconds left until the end of the attempt, but he is still concentrating, seeing something for himself. What a shout. Yeah, you can call it bar intimidation shout for the bar to submit to the power of will of a man with such a decisive expression on his face. Nice and slow movement in the down direction, likewise in the upper direction. What a roaring from behind my back. And it is a good lift, and he deserved that good roaring because his lift was almost technically impeccable. Majid Farzin is leaving the stage where he has just conquered 232 kilos. And the bar is being reloaded to 132 kilograms for the second attempt to be performed by the present holder of the world and Asian record, Mr. Gu Haofei, People's Republic of China, who lifted 236 kilograms in Dubai in April 2014, thus making the world and the Asian record. And please be reminded, you can always find the fresh information about the developments within the framework of this championship from specifically designated pages on Twitter and Facebook that go under the tag name IPC Powerlifting. The bar is reloaded to 232 kilograms, second attempt, Gu Haofei. And there he goes, entering the stage in his red, yellow and white uniform, which is still traditional for some of socialist and post-socialist countries. Red, yellow and white. Okay, he is now positioned on the bench, and they're fastening the safety belt, fixing the lower part of his body against the surface of the bench. Each athlete has 2 minutes exactly for each individual run. Now the lower part of his body is fastened against the surface of the bench, and he is concentrating and adjusting his grip. He is going for 232 kilograms, and he is the present holder of Asian and world records. 236, there he goes. A little shout. Nice and smooth in the down direction. An emotional shout while he was lifting it. He's not happy about himself, and that's obviously no lift. Way to go, Hao. And the bar is being reloaded to 173 kilograms for the third attempt to be performed by Nodarjan Hamroulayev, Master of Sports of International Class according to the National Kazakhstan classification. So I must point out that today's session of events is very intense. This particular competition will last until 4:30, and then we have another competitions until late at night. Nodarjan Hamroulayev is making his way on stage for the second attempt, and he is about to engage 173 kilos in his third attempt. The organizing committee is putting on some national Kazakh music for a cheer up. And the Kazakh part of the audience immediately started nodding their heads to the rhythm of the music. Meanwhile, Nadarjan positioned himself on the bench. He is actually a very decisive athlete. It doesn't take him a lot of time to concentrate. He is voluptuous. He is eager to get his grip and perform his lift. Impatience, voluptuousness and passion. His head is positioned straight opposite the axis of the bar, the classical position of the head of a Paralympic powerlifter. And there he goes, almost parallel to the surface of the floor, with a little accentuated shout. Good lift, 173 kilograms, just made by Nadarjan Hamrullayev in his third attempt, ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms. And he is leaving the stage, and the bar is being reloaded for the third attempt to be performed by Hajime Ujiro, Japan, 42-year-old athlete, many times participant of Paralympic Games and World Championships, as I already have reported in today's live broadcasting. In 2014, during the World Championship, Ujiro lifted 182 kilos, ranking 7th. Now he is going to engage 181 in his third attempt, and he is making his way on stage. Each athlete is given 2 minutes for each individual attempt. Hajime Ujiro is making his way on stage. He is wearing his wrist belt on his neck, the habit of a soldier. When we see a person wearing a belt like that, we can immediately tell he has done his compulsory service in the army, according to the legislation of the Republic of Kazakhstan, of course, not Japan. And he is about to engage 181 kilograms in his third attempt. His first minute out of the total 2-hour is over. He is well positioned, and a little time for meditation and receipt of a couple of accentuated shouts from the crowd just to give such an emotional response. I don't know how to describe it. His just expression on his face was so unique and so brutal. I just could not but not notice that. He is adjusting his grip, adjusting the positioning of his body opposite the axis of the bar, and there he goes. 181 kilos, almost parallel to the surface of the floor, accompanied with the roaring of Hajime Ujiro. And the bar is being reloaded up to 181 kilograms for the third attempt to be performed by the Russian athlete Alexander Belov. And please be as well reminded that you can find fresh updates on the championship from specifically designated IPC Powerlifting pages on Twitter and Facebook, likewise on YouTube, for which we're ensuring the live broadcasting stream. We're broadcasting from the Balawan Shulak Gymnasium in Almaty, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. Alexander Belov is making ways on stage for his third attempt to engage 181 kilos. And by the way, in his previous attempt, I told you that the organizing committee put a soundtrack from a movie about Russian gangsters, and the main hero in that movie was also Alexander Belov. quite a late switching I had in my memory, but I made it. Alexander is making his ways and positioning himself on the bench. A little time for concentration. Accentuated shout of a berserker warrior. He's adjusting his grip. He's going to engage 181 kilograms in his third attempt. He's got 2 minutes in total to fulfill his attempt. His first minute is over. He's got his grip and there he goes. A slight abrupt push while he's lifting it up. Good lift. 181 kilos lifted by Russian athlete in his third attempt, and the floor is given to the Greek athlete's third attempt. Gremislav Moisiadis, 36 years old, athlete from Greece, many times participant of Paralympic Games and World Championships. Like I've already reported earlier, he lifted 188 kilograms at the 2012 Paralympic Games, ranking 5th. He also lifted 185 kilos at the World Championships of 2014, where he ranked number 6. Okay. Mr. Moisiadis is making his rise on stage for his third attempt after a failed second attempt. He's going for 187 kilos. The world and the Asian records, as set by Gu Xiaofei in Dubai in 2014, still remain unbeaten. In Dubai, Gu Xiaofei lifted 236 kilograms. A little time for concentration for Mr. Moisiadis. Probably talking to Zeus. The ancient god of the Greek pantheon. 187 kilograms in his third attempt. His first minute out of the total 2 is over. And there he goes, nice and smooth. And he's taking, He got hindered halfway upwards. This is his second consecutive no lift. And he is leaving the stage and he is disappointed. You can see it from his face. And this is what he is probably telling to his coach now. And the bar is being reloaded to 233 kilos for Gu Xiaofei, the present holder of Asian and world records of 236 kilograms from Dubai in 2014. So it looks like we're getting closer. I mean closer there to the world and the Asian record of 236 kilograms as was lifted by Gu Xiaofei in Dubai 1 year ago. On my display I can see Gu Xiaofei, a friendly slap from his coach on the back to convey additional personal energy to the Chinese record setter. He is approaching the bench and he is beginning the routine pre-lift preparatory activities, fastening the safety belt around the lower part of his body for better fix against the surface of the bench, adjustment of the grip, another most relevant factor for a successful lift. Head and eyes are supposed to be positioned straight opposite the axis of the bar, another classical rule in Paralympic powerlifting. Looks like all regulations have been conformed to. Time for meditation, and there he goes. Nice and smooth on the way down, accentuated shout. and he needs assistance from spotter loaders to finish his attempt. And it is a no lift for Gu Xiaofei from Team China. This is his second consecutive no lift, and the bar is being reloaded to 234 kilograms for Majid Farzin from Iran. So what can we tell you about Mr. Majid Farzin? He's 31 years old. He participated in Paralympic Games in 2008 and 2012. In 2012 he lifted 237 kilograms, ranking the first. And now his coach is giving him a series of friendly slaps. Well, not already slaps, full-fledged impacts. And he is making his ways on stage. He is shaking his shoulders, probably still suffering from those friendly slaps from his coach on his back. I was purposefully keeping myself silent for you, dear audiences, to enjoy the supporting shouts from behind my back. Mr. Farzin is now going to engage 234 kilograms in his third attempt, a SCH men's up to 80 kilograms weight category. Please be reminded that at the World Championship 2014, at the World Championship of 2010, Mr. Farzin lifted 217.5 kilograms, ranking the first. A little time for meditation, accentuated, intimidating shout. Same kind of accentuated shouts in response from behind my back. He is adjusting his grip. He is about to engage 234 kilograms in his third attempt. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. And he knows that. I knew that as well. I just didn't want to run ahead of the speaker announcer who's just said, good lift. Okay, we're still 2 kilograms away from the world and the Asian record set and held by Gu Xiaofei from People's Republic of China. And Mr. Majid Farzin is leaving the stage to give the floor to the next athlete. And what a relaxation, what a gesture of relaxation, elation and happiness. Hey, I made it, he says. Yes, you did, whispers the coach into his ear, and they leave the stage. Quite an intense schedule we've got today.
Please note that 236.5 kilograms, rack height 14.
Okay, Majid Farzin is going to make a claim. He is going for a fourth attempt, and he will engage 236.5 kilograms, thus claiming to beat the world and Asian record set by Gu Xiaofei during the Dubai Championship in 2014.
The bar is loaded to 236.5 kilograms for the
And please be reminded that each athlete is given
Ladies and gentlemen, if it's successful, it will be a new world record.
a certain period of time to fulfill his attempt. The audience is giving a big hand of applause to the claimant to beat the world and the Asian record of 236 kilograms as lifted by Gu Xiaofei in Dubai in 2014. We greet the courage and the voluptuous aspiration towards victory. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go to fulfill his attempt to finish his claim, 236.5 kilograms. And there he goes, making his way on stage, morally prepared, concentrated on his inner side, making his ways on bench for routine checkups, visual inspections and grip adjustment. Immediate total silence. The audience respects his preparatory phrase. Farzin Majid is warming up the muscles on the lower part of his body, and we hear some advices from behind my back from the audiences. And again, he is the one who likes to fasten safety belt on the lower part of the body himself. He is going to engage 236.5 kilograms, and he's got less than 1 minute to go to fulfill his attempt. A little time for concentration. Okay, 236.5 kilograms are going to be lifted by Majid Farzin in his fourth attempt. And there he goes, nice and slow on the way down, and likewise while lifting it up, he's smiling, and it is a good lift. I gotta apologize to the audiences because I meant to say no lift, but I wanted him to succeed so much that I couldn't control my mouth and I said good lift. I'm very sorry for that omission. And Mr. Farzin is leaving the stage and the audience is greeting him in a very cordial and respectful way. The world and the Asian record of 236 kilograms remains unbeaten. And we are taking a short break before the commencement of the victory ceremony for Open and ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms weight category competitions. We will be back with you shortly. Thank you for being with us, and please be reminded that you can always find the fresh information about this championship on Twitter and Facebook, where we have specifically designated pages going under the name IPC Powerlifting. Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we're resuming the live broadcasting from the Balawan Shalak Gymnasium in the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. And now we're about to see the victory ceremony for open men's up to 80 kilograms weight category.
Medals will be presented by Jorge Moreno, IPC Powerlifting Manager, and by Vice President of National Paralympic Committee of Republic of
And the speaker
Kazakhstan.
announcer is now announcing the names of the officials that will run this victory ceremony. That's Jorge Moreno from IPC and Mr. Askar Userov, the Vice President of the National Paralympic Committee of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Representing Russia,
Alexander Belov, the winner of the bronze medal in the open men's up to 80 kilograms, and the medal is being handed over by Jorge Moreno, followed by a gift handed over by Mr. Userov, the Vice President of the National Paralympic Committee.
Silver medalist representing China, Xiaofei
Gu Xiaofei from People's Republic of China wins the silver medal, which is being handed over to him by Jorge Moreno. And the traditional Kazakh gift, a figurine of a white camel.
Gold medalist representing Iran,
Majid Farzin, Iran, winner of the golden medal. Again, Jorge Moreno is handing over the golden medal to the winner. And the time for the traditional Kazakh gift.
Ladies and gentlemen, please raise if you are able for the national anthem of Iran.
And we stand up and we are being lined up to pay respect to the national anthem of the winning nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medalists of the open stand up to 80 kilogram category.
So we've just finished watching the victory ceremony for open men's up to 80 kilograms weight category. Time for some group photo together with the officials and the winners. And now a photo session of the winners only. Farzin Majid, gold. Gu Xiaofei, silver. Belov Alexander, bronze. Open men's up to 80 kilograms. 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. We are performing the live broadcasting from the building of Balawan Shalak Gymnasium in the city of Almaty, Republic of Kazakhstan. And we're taking a brief interlude until the beginning of the next victory ceremony, which is for ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms. So taking a chance to catch some breathing and enjoy the fresh air inside a very spacious Baluan Sholak gymnasium in the city of Almaty. Please be reminded that you can also always find some fresh updates about the events within the framework of this event from Twitter and Facebook, where we have specifically designated for your attention pages that go under the name IPC Powerlifting. And now we can see the victory ceremony for ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms. The athletes are entering the stage. Farzin Majid, gold. Gu Xiaofei, silver. And Mr. Hamrulayev, Republic of Kazakhstan, with bronze. And the two officials, Jorge Moreno and Mr. Lucero from the National Paralympic Committee. Please be reminded, this is the victory ceremony for ASCH men's up to 80 kilograms weight category. The speaker is announcing the name of the bronze medalist, athlete from the Republic of Kazakhstan, and the medal is being handed over by the Vice President of the National Paralympic Committee, Mr. Userov. And a traditional Kazakh gift, figurine of a white camel. Silver medal for Gu Xiaofei from People's Republic of China, the present holder of world and Asian records. And a traditional Kazakh gift, a white camel. And the golden medal for the Iranian athlete, Farzin Majid. And we race to pay respect to the national anthem of the Republic of Iran, the winning nation in this particular weight category. ASCH men's up to 80 kilogram medalists are taking their photo session before the end of the victory ceremony. Farzin Majid, Gu Xiaofei and Nadarjan Hamrulayev. The athletes are leaving the stage, and we are reminding you that we are performing the live broadcasting from the Baluan Sholak Gymnasium in the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan, the venue for 2015 IPC Powerlifting Asian Open Championships. And we've just finished seeing the victory ceremonies for men's open and ASCH up to 80 kilograms.
kilogram category. Please welcome the medalists.
Hanımlar ve mırzalar, Azya Çempionatı Jastlar arasındağı
And dear ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see the victory ceremony for junior Asian men's in the weight category 78 to 80 kilograms. And in connection with that, please be reminded that the junior world and Asian records are held by Avon Mboubi Julien from France and Yegor Balinger from Kazakhstan. The world record is 160 kilograms. The junior Asian record is 126 kilograms. And the medals to the winners will be handed over by Mr. John Amos and Mr. Userov. The bronze medal goes to the Uzbek athlete Sattarov. And traditional Kazakh white camel for Mr. Sattarov from Republic of Uzbekistan. Silver medalist Muhammad Abu Aram, Jordan. The medal is being handed over by Mr. John Amos. And the traditional white camel. So remember, I told you that today we're having a very intense itinerary. That's what I meant. Several weight categories in one place, several victory ceremonies one after another. And gold medal to Mr. Umurzakov Akhror. And the traditional Kazakh white camel. And we're being raised and lined up to pay the tribute to the national anthem of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medalists of the junior Asian men's up to 72 and 80 kilogram categories.
Hanımlar ve mırzalar,
Junior Asian men 72 to 80 kilograms weight category. Farhot Umirzakov gold, Abu Arar Mohammad Jordan silver, and Doston Abdusattarov Republic of Uzbekistan bronze. And I forgot to mention that Farhot Umirzakov, the gold winner, comes from the Republic of Uzbekistan as well. A time for a photo session together with Mr. Userov and John Amos. Traditional handshake. And the athletes together with the officials are leaving the stage. 3 victory ceremonies, 3 consecutive series of competitions we have had today in the Balawan Sholak competition, and now we're taking a short break and we will resume the broadcasting shortly. Please be reminded that you can always find the fresh information about this championship from Twitter and Facebook, from where we have specifically designated for you the pages going under the tag names IPC Powerlifting. Thank you for being with us.